My name is Arvid Fjære. I am a man of 85 years old. I served in the Korean War with Norway in 52-53. Norway was Norwegian contribution to among the nations who helped South Korea to defeat the North Korean war from North Korea. A MASH is a mobile army surgical hospital. The main purpose for the MASH is to take care of soldiers directly from the front line, wounded with casualties, which has to be x-rayed and to be operated by surgeons. Norway, therefore, was placed approximately 10-12 kilometers from the real front line. We were a part of 8th Army, and had, as far as I remember, 3 divisions to serve soldiers from. A soldier coming to Norway was treated there and had to leave before 3 days. Then the patient had to be moved south to other hospitals. Norway was served by, I think, approximately 600 people from Norway. Each contingent, each period was 6 months. And then following 106 persons on each period. I was in the guard, controlling all together with 10 other Norwegians, and our duty was to guard the camp, to serve the borders, what do you call it, the pigtråd? Barbed lines. But mostly then to be in the main gate all 24 hours. Together with one Korean soldier from Rock Army. A MASH, the main thing in a MASH is of course the hospital itself, but it has many service functions around: cooking, transport, service in the camp, guarding, and so on. And it was, we had, I think it was approximately 30-40 Rock Army Koreans, mostly then the guarding people. I think they were approximately 15, 20, and so workers to help in to maintain the camp itself. Then the nights, especially in the guard, we were two then, one Korean and one Norwegian. We had difficulties, of course, with the language, but we tried to communicate a little. But one thing we learned each other, that was a song. The Korean has a folk song called Arirang, and the Korean colleague on guard, the Korean, learned us Arirang, and we learned him, or those, Per Spellman, a Norwegian folk song. And the Arirang we learned goes like this. Arirang, arirang, arario. Arirang kogero nomoganda. Naharel poricho kashinon ihimon. Kimnido mot katsyo balpongyanda. A little like that we learned. And perhaps in Korea, an old man of 80, perhaps he's singing Per Spellman. Maybe. Why did I go to Korea? Well, I was, as already told, 20 years old. I have finished first military service regularly in Norway, and we were all volunteers. And on that time, I nearly didn't know where Korea was, but I had to look up on a map and find a little country called Korea. But it was the adventures, the one thing, to travel all around and half around the world. I'd never been in plane before. I'd never slept on a hotel before. It was new adventures waiting. Maybe a little of to take part in the battle against communism, but I wouldn't say that was the main thing for a young man on that. However, it turned to be a very fine trip. 6 months. After the war, Korean is one of, we used to say that never country in the world is so clever to say thank you, kamsahamnida, as, kamsahamnida, takk, on Norwegian, as the Korean. I have been so happy that I have been 4 times back on revisit trips.
Show us that picture where you went to Korea and that story of the nurse and the patient.
Yes, now that's a good story. You see, here we have a book which we, the veterans in Norway, has made possible. And it is also translated to Korean. And here I can show you one picture. No, it's not here. It's in the magazine from one of the revisit. This was when celebrating the 60 years of peace.
Armistice.
Huh?
Armistice.
Armistice, yes. Trash. It's not peace yet.
No.
There we had a nurse who served in the very first contingent in '51, and she was taking part in that trip, and there came up here a happening. You see this? That's a lady. Her name is Gerd Semb. She's now a lady of 95, I think. When we someplace on that trip, I think it was in Ujongbu. We had a lunch there, and when finished the lunch, going out, there came a man, this man, to Gerd and saying, I must grave you. I was a young man and I had destroyed my face, and you treated me. After more than 60 years since this happening. That was a very, very funny and a very good story.
You're on the cover of the magazine.
Yeah, this is the magazine for Norwegian forces.
With Gerd.
Forsvarets Forum is the name of this.
Who are the other two pictures?
Yeah, here is also the lady there, yes.
And who's the other lady?
And if it is of interest, that this is me. And this is the Minister of Defense in Norway at that time. She also followed this trip.
So what did you think about Korea?
Now on that time? On that time, Korea was more or less a ruin. In the place where we were situated, the battles had gone 4 times through. So it was no houses, no buildings, all destroyed. The people who were there lived in houses built of soil and equipment they had after the battle. Especially for making ceilings on their houses. They took boxes of beer and opened it so it was more like this. You know, if you took the bottom and the top of a box of beer, you will have a flat metal. And many of those was how they built the top of the roof, yes. But nowadays, Korea, the first time I visited was in 84, I think. It was a new, modern country. It was unbelievable for me to come back and see this wonder. And the Korean people, I love them. I really love them. And
number one.
Number one, they are number one. And we have been so happy in, we have this veteran association to have a very, very good connection with the Korean ambassador. He's number one. Mm-hmm. So I think me and all the others in Korean veterans also are very fond of the Korean people.
Well, we thank you.
Thank you.
Tack.
Enough?